Hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo está? What is up? It is the Pink Clubhouse on a special night. Can you believe it? What's going on, y'all? We are going to be doing a special show tonight. It's a very special show. Butta. I know he want me to say his name like that, but Butter. Can't call him Butter. Gotta call him Butta. But anyway, you can catch me any day. What's that song by Nicole Ray? What up?
I know.
Oh.
What's going on?
Okay. Okay. I think it's stabilizing.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but you are like, my eyes are like fuzzy.
Okay, I think it's better.
Wipe, the time.
Ooh, the ghetto. Hang on.
What up? Hey, what's good? Good?
You see me now? Are we good?
I can see you. I can hear you.
Great. Awesome.
How are you?
I am great. We are here for a special episode, so I'm super excited.
Yes, and we were watching The Deception last night. While doing our research and everything, so we are very much on the cusp of what we need to be doing. But I think everyone's here. Are they all here? Can you see them? Wait, are they coming separate? Because I was told that they were coming together. And if they come separate, I'm going to be mad.
Let's see how this goes.
We already have everything together. Ooh, somebody said still a little fuzzy. I don't know.
I'm still fuzzy.
I think it's because you just came back from knocking down trees. Now,
I don't know what's going on. Okay.
I am very lost. Just as lost as you.
Okay.
But I feel like I'm looking cute.
You're giving me very much Ninja Samurai Matrix.
Okay. Ninja Samurai Matrix. Okay. I can do that. Now I can do all those things. I used to really be able to do a really hard back then, like Sierra, but, I was in a car accident and all these things.
Right.
So. All right. Let's get to it because I got to see Mikkel, and I'm going to get his name. I don't know why my brain is always like giving him so much cue, but it's Mikkel.
Yeah, I was saying my quail.
And I don't know why, because he told me. It's just my brain is always like, that's a cue. Execute the cue. But what is going on? Keep saying that you are unable to join. Oh my God. Instagram. I'm sick of Instagram. This is why we need to go on Stream Share or whatever that thing is. Yard time. Hey. Jay.
How are you?
Jay. Oh, let me say your name correctly.
Let's see if you get it. Sound it out.
I am of Nigerian blood. Okay. Kelly.
Okoli.
Coley. Okay.
That's me.
You were okay. Let me get Butter back in here. My friend Butta. Okay, he's there. Where is my Quell?
Hello, Jay.
Mikkel.
I did it again, and I literally corrected myself.
Mikkel Jontel. It has a nice ring to it. Mikkel Jontel.
Right. Mikkel, where are you? Because he was screaming at some guy in the garage in the show.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Hello? Oh, he's like, I think we're posing. I don't know. I think Instagram is acting wild tonight. So
I know we have another on the way. I know you asked for us to be in the same area, and we were able to do that for Michael, but I wasn't able to join because, you know, I have a dog that I had to take care of.
So, hey everyone. So Jay Amore is a little behind. He said he had a delay at work, so he's gonna jump on soon and say hi to everyone. So you guys can ask his questions and things. But I'm here, my G.
Look, that's why we were like trying to figure things out, because we did it in a way where they have all the questions all in one. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes.
We'll improvise.
Okay, so listen, let me introduce these guys. So here we go. Are you ready? Have you ever been deceived? Well, this bold new series tackles all that and more as we follow Jussie Smalls, played by co-producer Rico Cassadine, on his music career in pursuit in New York, where he crosses paths with past and nemesis Alex Quay. Today on the Pink Clubhouse, from the cast of The Deception, we have the creator of the show, Mikel Jantel, who plays Alex Quay, along with Jay Arcoli as Jay Rome, Jay Robertson as Amore, and Tim Rosier as Tristan Jenkins. Ladies and gentlemen, Nonbury, everybody, the cast of The Deception. Yes.
You also have Tay G.
Okay. There's another, okay.
Tay G, who actually plays the actor De Niro.
Okay. We're just gonna improvise the hell out of this. All right. Butta, hi, Butta.
All right, so the first question is for Michael. So The Deception is a spin-off of the Mr. based in New York this time around. And following Rico Cassadine's character Jussie as he navigates the politics of the music industry, what made you guys take a departure from the Mr. and create this bold new series?
Okay, great. So Rico, and I were in communications. He actually came to me with the script for a movie that he had written. And he wanted me to help him rewrite that, and then the time wasn't right for that. So he was asking about doing a spinoff for his character from the Mister. He said he had tried to do the spinoff several times before, but he wanted to work with me on it. So we just kind of did that because he felt like his character wasn't getting the story that he wanted in the Mister. So we kind of had the opportunity for a spinoff. But when he came to me, he wanted to create he wanted it to be a completely different world that didn't revolve around the character, but that his character introduced. So that's why. So if you watch the show, it kind of starts off with his character, but then you're introduced to this whole set of new characters and their stories. And it doesn't just like revolve around one person. But that was the reason for us kind of creating this, is because we were introduced to each other. We kind of worked well together. He knew about my writing and creative ability, so we kind of wanted to create something together. And he didn't feel like his character was getting the due that he did on the Mister.
Okay. Well, Jay, you play the character Jay Rome, who is seemingly an artist who was on top and has kind of slid in the popularity scope of things. Were there any challenges you faced playing a role like this?
Yeah. So the role is actually a straight character. So, newsflash, gay. So that's a big departure of what my day-to-day life is. However, in the spectrum of things, I guess, I'm not so far as the way that I act. I did have to tweak a few things, but and I'm not an artist as well. I'm a model and a makeup artist by trade. So, trying to be an artist was a little bit different. Not only an artist, but a rapper. Like that's a lot. But definitely worked with good people that were able to, help me to get things right.
So did you grow up listening to hip hop at all, or like?
I listen to light-skinned people music. If you guys don't know what that is, that's R&B, sad love songs, Summer Walker. You would think that I'm heartbroken every time you get in my car. Okay. But I do like rap as well. But for the most part, yeah, I'm an R&B guy.
Okay. I'm just laughing because his car sounds like instant depression.
Oh wow. Oh.
It's definitely giving slip my wrist.
Drive fast at all?
Listen, it's the good stuff. It's the good
Are you
stuff.
a fast driver?
If I'm listening to Lil Wayne,
Oh, okay.
it just all depends. But most of the time, I'm just easy breezy, cruising.
Mm. Butter. Okay.
I'm trying to work with it. I'm trying to improvise. Hang on.
Oh, what's going on? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead. Now, De Niro is played by, and remind me the name because we were not prepared. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry about that. So this is Teji. He plays De Niro.
Teji.
Yes.
Who I've seen out about in Atlanta. You're a music artist as well, right? So how was it playing such a ferocious yet sassy kind of person? Because I think he's kind of sassy. I don't know.
I wouldn't say he's sassy. I would just say that mouth is slick as hell.
He was like, "Okay, Nikki." A little sassy.
I was just doing my job. That was the words. That was the script that was given to me.
Right. But yeah. So how was it like? I mean, do you find yourself kind of like in line with that character, or?
A little bit, so, a lot of it. I was able to actually I grew up. I was the biggest Bad Boy fan, as far as music. It was, trying to channel my inner Diddy, but I also co-own the child care center back home where I'm from with my mother. So a lot of that was just me channeling all the boss experience that I've seen her do, with parents and stuff like that. So it was a combination of both.
Okay, so where are you from?
I'm from Columbus, Ohio.
Oh, okay. With the Bad Boy, I'm thinking you were from New York, but okay, yeah. Obviously, the music is everywhere.
I could definitely see Diddy, because Diddy is a little sassy. So that was very befitting. The next question is for, let's see.
Well, I'm going to ask Jay Coley. I'm saying it right?
It's okay.
I want to get it down.
Coley.
You're a self-described black entrepreneur, and you're aware of many hats and crowns. We also see that you are on another WatchACTV show, the Elite Battle ATL. Can you tell us a little bit more about the show?
Well, the Elite Battle ATL is basically a bunch of other, I would say, Elite Battle. That was a great experience. I'm trying to be as nice as possible, but it is.
It's not given that.
I'm trying to find it. Wait. So it's coming. No, Elite Battle is a bunch of other people that you may or may not have seen on other YouTube-based reality shows and more. Plus newbies that are trying to kind of get on. They navigate through different types of challenges for charity, for the chance to get in a pilot and a trip. It was an experience. That's all I can really say. We're 5 episodes in on that, so I can't really say much. But from what you guys have seen, it's a show.
I think you're saying a lot.
I love that show. He's saying a lot, but I love that show. I hate the fact that it comes on once every 4 weeks, but that show.
Okay.
No, really.
The timing on that show is a little sketchy.
They take their time with the edit. I mean, they get it right. They got it right.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
It is a good show, though. I like it. I like it a lot.
Okay.
Well, Michael, many scenes in the show are drama infused, but there are definitely moments of busting out laughing humor. Was everything scripted, or was there a mix of like improvisation?
I was like 90% of it was written. 90% of those moments. There are a few moments where like we're in pocket and we kind of improv. But for honestly, most of the show is written.
Okay, so what about those times when it's like y'all busting out? Did you have like a lot of bloopers or?
It's a lot of bloopers. I plan on trying to edit
lots of bloopers.
It's galore. So one thing I want to let y'all know is like most of the cast are new actors, right? So that's kudos to them because I think that they did a phenomenal job for like their first big project or whatever, right? Mm. But it's new actors, so just on the heels of us already being comical people, and then we have the new actors. We had so many bloopers. One of my favorite outtakes is with Jay. He plays a heterosexual character, right? So it was a part where he's supposed to get out the car and say, "I ain't never been pussy," but he got out the car. He said, "I ain't never had no pussy."
Not only did I say that, but I said it 3 times. Like it was just back to back. I could not get the line right. I would point at the actor and said, "Jay never had no pussy," and everybody be like, "What?" So yeah.
And apparently your character didn't have no pussy for like 4 years, I think, because right. Because am I giving away too much?
I think you took that out of context. My last girlfriend Sierra was 4 years ago.
Okay.
That was the last serious situation I was in. Right. But the ladies ain't never said J. Rum was ugly, so we're not gonna assume that he ain't getting no play.
Right.
So other than your own characters, are there any other characters on the show that you feel like you can relate to the most?
Ooh.
I know that was a good one.
That's a good question. I would say Alex's character. For me, I feel like I have a little bit more complexities to me, and I could be more of a villain than the good guy.
I honestly, this gonna sound crazy when you watch the show, but I feel like I can relate to Nova's character a lot.
And I actually like the character Nova. I think she's played. Let me see. Forget who she's played by right now.
Giselle.
Yeah, I like the character because she kind of reminds me of like my cousin, but I feel like y'all dynamic is really cool. Like, what made you create that character? Was there any inspiration behind her, or?
There wasn't really any inspiration. She was initially just birthed out of needing like a female office manager type of character, and then we toyed with the idea of making. I was going to tell you, of making her trans, right? So I don't know if you guys have saw that part yet, but Nova's actually a transgender character, right? And when we was creating this, Rico specifically, he wanted to be very like cautious with telling those stories, and I was cautious also. But I have a lot of, I'm in ballroom, so I have a lot of trans friends, and I see a lot of different trans experiences, right? And I wanted to take from those and tell the story in a very authentic way, but it's also difficult because everybody's experience isn't the same.
Right.
So I take from each person's experience and put it into Nova so that she kind of tells a broad story. But I think we all just wanted Nova to be like that anchor, like that person that everybody, you can't really dislike Nova at this point. At least that's how we wanted it to come off. We wanted Nova to be that person who kind of tries to pull the glue or be the glue brother for everybody.
Right. And she's played by Giselle Renee. Yeah, she's really dope. I like her character a lot. Yeah.
I'll say for me, I instantly gravitated towards her. I loved her energy, and I love what she brought to the role.
Right.
And but her first, I'm sorry, this is her first time acting though, like period.
Well, she got some chops.
You couldn't tell at all. She was really good.
Okay.
She has chops.
But Jay, let's see, okay. With The Deception being a spinoff series, could you see your character Jerome getting his own spinoff? And if so, what would you like him to accomplish next?
I feel like Jerome doesn't need a spinoff. Actually, you know, The Deception is a really great story that needs to continue to be told. I think moving forward, we need to understand what the dynamic is and if Jerome ever wins. Like, he's been the butt of, you know, the situations, you know, basically been the runt of the industry and, you know, for the label. And, you know, we want to see if he's gonna get back on top or if he's going to, you know, fall. And if he falls, who he falls to. There has to be a replacement. You know what I'm saying? We can't just leave it like this. So although I think, you know, having a Jerome spinoff would be dope, I feel like we still got more story to tell with The Deception.
Right. And speaking of like the stories, Mikhail, I truly love the way a lot of it is shot and how you had the cast and who casted, you know, the people. It's a very diverse and inclusive group of people that you have. What was it about casting these unique characters that inspired it all?
So the casting was very unique. So the co-creator and I both kind of hand selected people. Honestly, I wanted to do auditions for several reasons, but also when I write, it kind of helps me kind of having a face to that name. You know what I mean? So I can kind of know what I'm writing. So that kind of was one of the inspirations. But then it was kind of, with this being an independent project, we kind of had to pull on our resources a lot, to be completely honest with you. So we kind of pulled from our pockets of people that we knew or people that we, you know, felt could do the job, and then kind of work with everybody. Like I said, this is the cast of new actors, so I'm myself, no shade to myself, but I was a little bit shocked or pleasantly surprised looking back at it because it doesn't look like a bunch of amateurs in front of a camera to me. You know what I mean?
So what do you guys think about how diverse, and what do you think about diversity and what it means in the film industry?
So I feel like everybody wants to see themselves represented. I feel like there's a time and a place. Not every situation needs a little sprinkle of gay in it. And not every situation needs to, you know, have a lot of sex and whatever. But at the end of the day, if the story is told correctly, from everybody's point of view, then inclusion, you know, goes without saying. As far as we are concerned, in our cast, it's a bunch of LGBTQ with an ally. So I feel like we, you know, Michael created a space for us to be seen in and still left that open for other people that were not in our group.
Right. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I would say for me, what was important for me about The Deception, and even to be honest with you, with future content whatever I create, The Deception is not a gay show. It's not an LGBT show. It is, to me, it is a show that tells a story, and it also features us or LGBT people within that. Because you don't wake up, like, your day does not revolve around what your sexuality is. You don't go as a gay person first. You don't go to work you go to work as yourself. So I wanted to tell people's stories. And what another strong dynamic for me about that is, by not making it a gay show, it shows that the LGBT community, like, still lives in the real world. You know what I mean? So even when you look at characters like De Niro, or you look at characters like the character named Shauna, their sexuality isn't what's being broadcast. I've worked in the TV and film industry, right? And when you look at a lot of, like, heterosexual shows, it's not being beaten down our throat that they're heterosexuals. But I know because oppression is such a thing, and but because oppression is a thing, and we have to kind of fight for it to be seen in certain spaces, sometimes I feel like we over broadcast when the reality is we just want to exist, you know. And inclusion, sorry for getting too preachy, but inclusion means being included. And I think sometimes when we try to fight for inclusion, it becomes exclusive. Because if it's an all-gay show, then you're not being included. You know what I mean? So I wanted to be able to have, like, a real story with people who look like us, feel like us, move like us, showing our experience in a real world versus it being just some LGBT utopia that nobody else lives in. It's up for gays. You know what I mean?
And so, go ahead.
No, I was going to say that if you wanted to say anything.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking to me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna agree with Jay and Mikhail said, but I personally, like I said, when I'm watching the show, it doesn't gay to me at all. So Mikhail hit the head, the nail. That same. He hit it right on top of the head. Like it doesn't seem like a gay show. It's everyone is included, and the entire cast is an LGBTQ.
Right.
Okay. It is refreshing to see a show with, gay men, but not everybody is given very much that. There's a character that's giving that, but not everyone is giving that. It shows very diverse ranges of what gay is or what bi or LGBTQ is. So I thought that was super dope. But Michael, there's no way we could have you on without asking you this. So a few weeks ago, we saw you and Rico Castellan, who co-produced and plays the main character in the series as Josie Smalls, get into a heated public spat. Was this a publicity stunt? And if not, are you guys still at odds?
No, it wasn't a publicity stunt. I don't like those type of interactions. Do y'all want me to go into it? Is the question, because I don't.
As deep as you want to go, you can keep it very much surface.
Okay.
Rico wants to talk about it, so I guess we'll have them on soon enough.
That sounds about right.
There have been like some issues going on within the show sometimes that I personally try to like shelter from the public, because I don't want that to be the narrative or what leads people into the show. Because I feel like that taints the show. But honestly, those issues weren't with me and Rico. Those issues were other things. But I believe at that moment, for me, I was speaking up because I put a lot into the show, and I wanted to. I was like, I need to finally speak up for myself. I worked in the TV, so to give you guys some context, so that I'm not being confusing, right? I went to school for video production, so I have my BA in video and film production. I've worked on a lot of different shows like Empire, Chicago Med, and stuff like that. And then because of personal reasons, health reasons, and then COVID, before I moved to Atlanta, things kind of shut down. I moved to Atlanta in March 2020. And then when this opportunity came around, first for the Mister, for me it was like, okay, I need to make up for lost time. I'm doing independent projects now. Let me get my feet back into what I want to do. I'm not known in the web reality world, right? So for a long time, I felt like I didn't have a voice in this because the web reality world kind of gravitated to this show very quickly because of all of the people who were involved. So in that moment, which y'all saw, and if you go back and watch it again, I was really trying to speak up for myself. But with me knowing Rico and all of the stuff that he's feeling, it kind of became a situation where he lashed out and said something rude to me, and bitch, I said something rude back, and it went back and forth. Rico and I've had back and forth quite a few times, and we bounced back from it. But for this situation, I personally feel like there's a bounce back from it because it was kind of too low for me.
I thought it was really, really low, and I was wondering, are you guys going to be able to get back and do what you have to do?
Not.
Because what about future seasons?
Not back in that sense, right? So if you see any other time I've spoken of him, even now, I'm not going to speak disrespectfully. I'm not going to downplay or discredit his role, his contribution, right? That's just not how I am. However, I'm not going to be fake and say that that's something that we can get back from.
Yeah.
He's called to apologize. I accepted the apology, and I was like, when I get some time, and I was like, when I get some time, maybe I can say whatever I got to say right now. I'm just not interested because for one, that was something that was hurtful because I never went that low on him, and honestly, that wasn't his first time going that low on me. So, for those who don't know, we were having an argument, and he was making accusations about my living conditions, and then my response was, "How are you talking about my rent when you live with your?"
Yeah.
You live with your mom, and his response was, "That's where your mom about to die." So for me, that was just like, yeah, we didn't, and I lashed back and stuff like that. I'm sorry?
You said who's gonna die?
His response to me saying that he lives with his mom was that my mom is gonna die.
Oh. Oh my.
Yeah, ain't no bounce back because I don't play about my mom. But
And
Wow.
like a lot for me, because that's something that was shared like in the whole production of this. I was telling, it was a point in time I was like, well, I just need some time right now. Like, I can't deal with all of the personal stuff because my mom's in the hospital. She has some stuff going on with her heart, and then her other living, like her other health conditions. It's kind of stressing me out right now. So the personal stuff I can't deal with right now. That's all that conversation about. So then months later to get on the live, and this is TTB, so it's thousands of people, and then try to use that as a response to me responding to you, it was a little too low for me. But again, he has apologized. I know Rico at this point. Like, Rico's a very passionate and emotional person, so sometimes he gets in his feelings. He don't think about what he's saying before he says it, and I understand that. I'm a Pisces. I get it. But at the same time, there's only so many times you can apologize for something. So because of that, it's no disrespect or nothing like that. But we're not cool like that. But
I don't see. You're a bigger person than
This man he's got the patience of a saint. I don't even understand how he can fix his mouth to say some of the stuff that he says. And he corrects us even in the midst of being tacky sometimes, because like he wants us to make sure that we stay on the high road. I applaud him every step of the way. And even when he's saying stuff like this, I'm going, Jesus, it couldn't be me. But
listen,
God,
I lost my mother, and I couldn't imagine.
If that situation had happened in person, it wouldn't. The internet saved us because I was able to blow up and then calm down. You know what I'm saying? But if we're face to face and I blow up, it ain't no calming down. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, regardless if I like you or not, and this is somebody I share personal time and personal space with, I understand what's going on in his head and his feelings. It's just not compatible for me.
Right. Well, I really hope you guys can, because those kind of things can mess up the sauce, I guess, of things. And I hope that y'all can get it together because y'all are on your way to something. And, hopefully.
It's a really good show. Like,
we could go a much bigger than those things. So, Tay, I see your shoulder.
Because Mikhail wanted to push me out the screen.
Huh?
Mikhail wanted to push me out the screen. I had to let him do his thing.
He had to do his thing for a moment. But Tay, so what about your character, De Niro? Do you see any kind of future developments that you would try to bring to the character, or what do you see next for his character?
I'm just going to take it as it go, because when we first started this project, I had it all in my head as what De Niro was supposed to be and all that. And once I got on set, it's like, nah, we're going to do it this way. Like, wait, what? So I felt like I did a pretty okay job or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm honest, but then to hear the reaction and the response from the fans and supporters, it was like, okay, well, I really did my thing. So right. I'm just, maybe pipe it up to a little De Niro 2.0.
Oh, I'm scared of.
I don't know if you guys caught it on one of our last interviews, but it was announced that there will be a second season of Deception. So it's already.
It better be. It better.
That brings me to this question: for a second season, where do you guys see your characters going?
Well,
for Jerome, I can't really answer that until you guys see the last episode.
How many episodes will it be in full?
The the finale episode. This is the pilot season. It was only 6 seasons, so 6 episodes. Okay. So the last episode is going to be next Wednesday.
Next one. Okay, and it airs tonight on WatchACTV, the app, which everyone can download. I think you guys are even giving a code or discount to that as well on the Deception page.
Actually, if you download it, you'll actually get the first episode free. And I believe if you sign up for the app, you'll get, a month free, 30 days free, something like that. But it's only $7.99 a month. If you guys pay for Netflix, you guys can pay for a Black-owned app. I'm sorry. It's a good show, though.
And there's a lot on that app, too. So y'all pay attention because there's a lot of different series on there. Mikkel, what do you see for your character, Mr. Quay?
I think I'm going to let Tate answer because I wrote the show.
Right, he knows what's happening for his character.
Well, give us a hint.
Okay,
So we make an exclusive.
Well, where do you see your character perhaps going? But you kind of said that already, kind of
and I really can't answer because I ain't write the script. Maybe this season I can get maybe put my little 2 cents in or whatever. But if I can't, I'm an improv because I have some improv parts too this season.
Okay.
But where would you like to see your character go if you could put in input?
That's a great question. These are great questions that I have.
Best questions ever.
Great gown.
It would be nice to see me have a little bit more artists because J-Ron was the top artist, so it would be nice to be able to have more artists and showing what they got going, and me not so always just getting in J-Rom's ass, and I could really get in Alex's ass for the other artists too, since he's the A&R. So I think it'd be dope to at least get 1 or 2 more artists.
So Mikkel, thinking about that and just going off of that, we saw a lot of guest people throughout the show. Will you be opening it up to more artists to come on? And because I like the fact that you're not only basing it on big names per se, right? I like the fact that you are bringing people in the A, and you filmed in New York too, right?
No.
Oh no, none of it. Okay, because I saw some of the buildings. I was like, wait,
New York.
That was the plan.
Where you live, it was giving me Atlanta, and I was like, okay. But where do you see, will you be bringing more artists in?
Yes. So that's something that seeing what the characters go, I'm happy you asked them these questions because we're already working on producing a new season. Mm-hmm. It's already outlined for the most part. But one thing, for Tate, for example, right? Writing the character De Niro and then having somebody come in and show you their interpretation kind of helps mold who the character is, because the voice that I heard in my head and the voice that he had were 2 different things. So you have my interpretation, his, and the director's, right? So I love that question. But so as far as music and the artists, I really want to bring in more independent artists and highlight them. Even in the show, some of the background music that you hear are independent artists that I know of, and kind of just incorporated them into that. We have on Apple Music and Spotify, we have a Deception playlist with a lot of those songs so you can hear these people, because I have a lot of friends and people I know who do music independently. And I think I said this, but I worked on the show Empire, and to me, this is our way of kind of putting a similar type of content out where we can show our talents as actors, as writers, and also as musicians. Right. In episode 6 next week, there's a concert scene where we have a couple of independent artists who perform. So I definitely want to continue to use this as a tool to do that. And if any independent artists are watching who do music or who want to be involved, please just...
There's some people saying, y'all need another artist?
We know him. He's a singer. He's amazing.
Yeah, And although J. Rome is the only kind of artist that you see story-wise, we do kind of that it's a whole label full of artists. So we need to fill those roles as to who those artists are. But yeah, definitely want to include more musicians.
Right.
I want to go back to, because we asked De Niro where did he want to take his character. And I just want to give my tidbit in 2 cents of where I feel like he could go. I think J. Rome should leave the record label, start his own record label. They should start feuding, and he should take some of the artists with him. And I feel like that could give De Niro some range to kind of like really like, let's go to war. So I think that would be dope.
You gonna bring me out of retirement? I just looked at Mikhail like, can I do Diddy and create me a love album?
So how about we flip the script on you guys? You guys said you guys watched the show so far. Other than the kudos that you've been given, like what are you getting from the show so far?
I'm getting Black excellence. I'm getting I love the way it's shot. I'm a photographer and I do all those kind of things, so I love that. I feel like the fact that you're highlighting such diverse people too, and randomly, right? It's not like you said, it's not like it's a gay show or nothing like that. They're just people just randomly about, and I think that's what people like, without it being forced down their throats. And hell, sometimes we need to, because we've got things thrown down our throats, right? Straightness is thrown down our throats
every day.
Yeah. So, but I do like the way it's just sprinkled about. And I like that, like even you've had, and I don't know, I'm imagining that they're trans artists, trans women. You don't say like she's a trans artist. You know what I mean? Like it's just like you respect the fact that she's an artist and she's just on a show. So I really like the way you guys are inclusive and you don't make it like, they're trans, like
an obvious trans situation.
Yeah, it's not a spectacle. I say for me, we were watching right when we got into the first episode, we literally were like, oh, the quality is good. So we could definitely tell that you guys really took your time and really put the work in to making this like a really, really great show. I love that the characters are relatable. And again, I love that it definitely didn't give like their stereotypical comic gay. Like, I love that. I even love that you guys have a straight character there on the show.
Don't do all that.
Well, listen.
I tried my best now. But there is actually a straight character. D-Block is straight.
Because of the exchange you had with Jay Moore, he was very, very, very shady. And I was living for it. But that's what I love about it. Really, the characters are just really relatable.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You guys had Tonka on there, and I think you're in the same house as him, right? Do you see yourself like doing bringing some ballroom into the show?
Yeah, I actually was trying to incorporate that this time. It didn't necessarily work out. A little sprinkle of it was going to be in there, so I definitely want to kind of cover all of like every facet of the lifestyle. I hate that word, lifestyle, but I think, to me it's like not a gay show. It's a show that's led by gay people,
right?
Which I appreciate, and I want to showcase ballroom. There's also a very dynamic dance community here in Atlanta that I want to showcase. Also, it's kind of crazy unless you're in some of these communities, you don't know about them. But I think I've had an opportunity to kind of like to get around. There's a whole gay great community that people don't know about unless you're in it. There's so many different pockets of things here, and I kind of want to find ways to incorporate all of that without making it seem like it's just being thrown at you. You know what I mean? So please support. Hopefully we get more seasons so that we can show y'all all of that. But one thing I wanted to say too, when y'all was talking about what y'all can see, I think everybody's opinion is going to change by the time y'all get to episode 6. Because I don't have any of you ever heard of a soap opera called Passions? No. Okay. Well, I kind of that was a show I watched a lot growing up, and I kind of put some of those nuances in the show, where at the end of every episode it's kind of a cliffhanger, and then by the time you get to episode 6, what you thought was going on isn't what's going on. De Niro actually has a whole personal story that don't got nothing to do with music going on. I'm proud of the show, so hopefully I want to see what the people think by episode 6, so I can know what to work on, what to improve, and what y'all like.
I gotta get certain age to remember Passions. I'm sorry. Listen, Passions was a throwback.
Okay, wait. So we have some questions, and y'all ask in the box. They're saying, Mikkel, is it true that production had a sex scene canceled or altered this season?
A sex scene?
That means somebody has not been watching.
Okay.
A sex scene or altered? Oh, yes. Well, how do you know that?
Right.
Exotic beauty queen must have the scoop.
There's only one way I can get that. But there was supposed to be a sex scene. But, well, if y'all ain't watched, y'all need to go catch up. There was supposed to be a sex scene between Alex and Jesse. But because of scheduling, and it was nothing personal, it was all scheduling. The actual sex scene couldn't happen, so it was told in a different way. If y'all watched episode 4 in the car, we had to switch that sex scene to be a fellatio scene.
Okay. Nicole.
We already know who's next.
Nicole Ray here says, "Why the mistress always got this sneaky smirk?"
The mistress.
If you want to know who the mistress is, that's my nickname. And I don't know. That's just my face. When I see stuff and I don't want to respond, I just kind of smile. A little smile. I'm sorry.
Okay.
So, and you all, I'm about to ask a question, and you all have to give different answers. If you could swap roles with a different character on the show, who would it be?
I would play. I know I'm really going to confuse y'all tonight with my answers, but I would swap roles with Coco Giselle because she's so seductive and flirtatious and looks like this.
You want to be seductive and flirtatious? Well, you write the show.
Like, what's that line she says to Jerome? She was like, I get
got what?
Like, what is it? He said, yeah. I'm like, girl, you gotta act, you little black bitch. Yes,
I'll be fun. I would actually play Jesse's role.
I can see that.
Yeah, I think that would be fun.
I would have played J. Rome's role just because I am an artist. So I felt like I would have been able to do that. You did a great job, Frank.
Thank
you.
Did it great.
But I mean, if I had to, I would have chose his role. But I would honestly still stick with De Niro. I just answered the question for fun. I would stick with De Niro because I had the most lines. And
yeah, had the most lines.
That was a challenge for me as well. But, we rocked it.
That would be some kind of alternate universe thing where y'all just swap roles, actually. That would be crazy, but anyway.
Well, in our community, they swap a lot. No.
So what can we see next from, I know the show's about to come on in 6 minutes, so make sure y'all download the app and watch. What can we expect next from you, Jay? Let us know.
Coming up, I think we have, as far as next projects.
Yeah, anything you got to go.
Well, we definitely have, the last episode, second to the last episode of The Deception coming out now. Coming up soon on WatchACTV, you will see me in House Rules, which is a spades tournament. If you guys don't know, I play spades, love spades, beat your ass in spades. And then as far as other stuff, I can't really talk about it because we got a whole strike and stuff going on. So whenever that happens, it's crazy. We'll see.
What do you think about that? Just off the top, really quick.
Off topic, a lot of people are struggling, and it's a time where we just need to come together and figure out something.
Do you think that more people in the public should be a part of what's going on?
If they knew how it affects their entertainment as a whole, then they probably would. When the stuff starts to be in reruns and they're not getting new stuff and they're wondering why, Netflix is getting more expensive, but no more good stuff is on there, then that's when they'll probably kind of figure out, it's selective outrage in the Americas.
And they just announced today that it is going up Netflix. So, yeah. And I hope that music people do it next. But, Tay, what's going on next with you?
I actually will be featured in House Rules as well, playing. Also dropped a new single, Milk and Cookies, is out on all streaming platforms.
Milk and Cookies.
Yep.
Okay.
You might want to get into it because that's where I got the concept.
Well, I like milk and cookies. Okay. Almond milk. Okay. But anyway,
it's still milk
and vegan cookies.
Okay. I also have season 2 of The Rise coming up. That'll be dropping next spring. We're still in production right now. The Rise of Atlanta.
Okay.
And in the studio, still working on my project. Got some more new music coming. I'm a little perfectionist, but we getting the work done.
Right. And just to go back just for a second before Mikkel, you go into what you're doing next. The King of Shade is asking, I don't know if it's a shade or not. I don't know these questions, okay? What is Jesse's role? Because your role, Jay, seems to be the starring role and lead character, while Jesse's character is giving supporting friend of. Is that shade?
It's not shade. It's his opinion. So just as Michael said, the show itself is a spinoff from Jesse, which gives, main character energy. However, it was written in a way that he does not have to be, it's not surrounded by him. This particular part of the deception story is in regards to me, so it makes it seem a little bit more of a lead role. However, it's an ensemble cast, if I can be the most politically correct in saying so and not getting a live tirading about me later.
Okay.
And I think there was supposed to be shade, but it didn't work out that way.
I think it's shade, but it's also not shade because honestly,
if you watch the show, it is what it is.
Yeah, depending on how you watch the show, you may gravitate towards a certain character. I think it's very much like living single. Some people like the Khadijah. Some people like me. And the show, we kind of wanted to be designed where one person leaving the show wasn't going to affect the entire show. Now, depending on who your favorite is, if your favorite wasn't there anymore, you might be upset. But if De Niro got killed off, the show could still go on. If Alex Play never comes back, the show can still go on because it's not about one particular person.
Well, everybody alive right now. Let's let everybody live for a moment. Just for season 2.
Hypothetical. I don't think nobody got killed off.
There's a shooting at the end of episode 6, so maybe somebody is.
So we're definitely gonna have to watch episode 6 tonight.
Okay.
Oh, is it good?
I might not make it in episode 6.
I'm wondering if it's gonna be Jesse, but we'll see.
That's shot randomly.
It's a real question because of what's going on in the real world. But anyway,
for clarity, episode 6 was written before any drama had taken place, so the ending was going to always be the ending. So it wasn't changed because of. Now I will say the ending does fit what's already happening.
If you read it between the lines, ladies and gentlemen, that means that somebody. Okay, but we won't ruin the. So Mikkel, what is next for you? We know you have this great show. We know there's going to be season 2. Is there anything else you're working on, or what you would like to work on next?
Yes. So we're working on season 2 of this. Outlining that. The Mr. season 4, I'm a part of. That's coming again to WatchACTV. I also have a Christmas short film that'll be coming on the network on WatchACTV as well. And then I'm producing a reality dating show that'll be coming out, and trying to live my life and not go crazy, and and keep God first. Also, I recently started offering readings again. I do psychic and tarot readings, but I know Jesus. If y'all don't understand that, ask me. I can break it down, separately because
between
not devil worshiping. I can give you specific scriptures. But either way, I just got comfortable with that part of my spirituality because when I was in church and I was prophesying to people, it was cool. When I bring out a card, now they're scared.
right.
But other than that, I'm just living my life, trying to keep my head together, trying to stay positive and on the high road, and trying to get my body together because Daddy want to be sexy next summer.
Oh,
and that's it.
Is it in the cards? You should know.
Maybe I should ask that card.
That's so funny.
The shade.
Well, I was gonna ask you something else, but I was like, let me not be too shady. No, that's pretty dope though. That you, I love that. That foreseeing stuff. I believe in it.
I don't mind shady questions. You can ask.
No, it was something about the character we were talking about, but do you foresee him coming back? But it's okay.
That is definitely not in the cards. I'll just answer that. Definitely not in the cards.
Oh gosh!
So he's getting shot.
Oh no, that wasn't what I was answering. Oh no.
Well,
I will say
it was
that the person you're talking about, that's above me now because I could not like you and still work with you.
Right.
So that's above me. Like that's.
It got quiet at the end there, but right. Jay has a lot of faces. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. Just the side eyes for me.
Jay says,
What? I didn't say anything.
Your eyes
You don't
say a
have
lot.
to. But listen, it was definitely a pleasure to have you guys on to come on and talk about The Deception, which airs tonight, and you guys can watch it on WatchACTV.com. Thank you guys for joining us in Clubhouse.
Yeah.
We'll see y'all again.
Thank you guys so much for having it.
I also want to thank you for your professionalism and handling this all like champs. That shows pristine professionalism. I pray that your platform and your show continues to grow. Definitely take it to YouTube where y'all can monetize off of it and have more control also. But yeah.
Oh, definitely on YouTube. Yeah, this will definitely be. We'll have us all in separate boxes and stuff. So, yeah. But thank you so much for that. I do appreciate you. Yeah, definitely.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for watching and making sure that we are, shown. Giselle just popped in. Hey, babes, we love you.
And make sure y'all tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend and tell that friend to check because it's a dope show. And again, thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Out for like a week and binge watch and then just watch the show.
And make sure you guys are commenting on the app. Like there's a way to comment and tell us what you guys are feeling. Good, bad, or ugly. We want to hear all the feedback.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Tay. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Mikkel, for coming on. We wish we talked to Jay. We had some questions for him. And Troze, too. Shout out to them, wherever they are. Y'all watch The Deception. Download the app. Support Black creators. So thank y'all.
Thanks. Good night.